as you know, we all have different abilities, and throughout our eternal lives, we'll discover more and more of the universes they lead us to. It's virtually to no end. Imagine how enthralling that is. It is fascinating, passionate, and fun for us, while enriching and beneficial for others. That's what our shared existence is meant to be, blossoming in our infinite capacities while benefiting others. The entire universe is designed according to this pattern. We're thrilled that more and more of our precious brothers and sisters on Earth are awakening to this reality. Even creation is beginning to breathe and regain hope. We can see it all from here, and it brings us so much joy, excitement, and hope. As always, we are with you, accompanying you on your journey. And we see good things on the horizon, goodness, joy, and pure happiness. Let the old world crumble on itself. Being what it is only hastening its own collapse. The ideal world is emerging, and we're so pleased that you are aware of it and sharing it with others. People have such an aching need to hear this message and look forward with hope. But as you know, the decaying structures of this world do their best to convince people that all is lost simply because they see their own end coming. However, people who see the beauty of the emerging world can spread the light of this hopeful vision and help others lift their heads and see beyond the desolation beneath their feet. You're all our precious light workers and light bearers. As you already know, our mission is to increase the light in the world. As we do that, the darkness will dissipate of its own accord. Darkness, as we know, is but the absence of light. Nothing can stop the rising tide of these life forces that are now emerging. After all, God is the source, and He is all good and only good. So, good will triumph and prevail. It's only a matter of time. So many wonders lie ahead of you, endless pure joy and love. We know that those who wish to join this light force will find their way. People like you and many others will be helped and will, in turn, help others to become light bearers. We are deeply grateful to those whom God has sent in our time for making all this possible. They have truly turned the world upside down. They are liberating God's heart and have allowed the release of truth, goodness, and love that is now pouring into the world. You may not know it yet, but the forces of evil are more than aware of their impending end. They are struggling to stay on top, but these are the fluttering of a decaying system. As you understand, the more the alternative systems take root and grow, the more the old systems will crumble of their own accord. As you know, the young generation doesn't have the same perspective as the previous generations. They're prepared for what's coming. That is why we see in some of them maturity beyond their years, exceptional talents, and intelligence. It is also why sharing and working together come naturally to them. They are born with these qualities for this way of life. They're ready for the world to come and will be part of bringing it about. Your children and grandchildren are all part of this reality. Each generation takes humanity a step further. We're pleased that you can see this and can even share some of it with others. That's our role, and isn't it a delightful one? We can see that you love it as much as we do, which gives us so much joy. This shared task makes us feel close to you. It is so wonderful. Your experience communicating with nature was definitely a part of your preparation, as was your study of interspecies communication. This is so you can tangibly feel that we are all part of the same energy field. This energy field makes interspecies communication and the transmission of energy possible. Not only is it possible, but it is also instantaneous and over any distance in space. This communication with nature was also important so that you could feel how all creation is endowed with intelligence, consciousness, and love. This is how we were meant to live from the very beginning, in fluid communication. Interspecies communication uses the language of the heart. This language uses images and sensations as well as words. Therefore, finding the right words in this type of communications is not always easy, because what is being expressed reflects an existence in another dimension. This is also why communication here in our spiritual realm is often without words. Words cannot always convey the multifaceted experience of these realms. However, words are definitely better than nothing. They allow us to communicate with you, for example. And even though we sometimes struggle to find the right expression, they allow us to communicate, which is so wonderful and gratifying to us. It fills our hearts with such joy. Okay, maybe we've said enough for one day, so we'll stop here. We've said the main things we wanted to say, which is wonderful. Keep going. Keep up the good work. You're on the right track. We're grateful and blessed to have you. Your loving family in heaven.